Bienvenido, welcome. I'm Oni Boi, your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hello, welcome in Stormy and Mr. Ghost. Glad to see you both. Where today, we're trying something a little different. Where I'm gonna start working on a TCG, like a tabletop game. I was working on a Coin Clash before, but I realized I love the idea, right? So I love the idea of Coin Clash, but I think it has a really large barrier of entry. You know what I'm talking about? So there's a really large barrier of entry because you need the physical coins to even test the game out. And it's very hard for me to someone interested, I want to try out your game, but I can't actually do it. Even I tried the tabletop simulator, but it doesn't work the same. Hello, Jackson, welcome in. Yes, well, so I thought, why not make another game? This isn't even like the game. This one I have, this is like a little thing I was testing out a while ago, actually. I was testing out like concepts for like a tabletop game. And I was like, you know what, I'll just start out with some art just so you can see what it looked like while I'm chatting with you guys. And then we'll switch it up, right? We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna pull up some other stuff. Don't worry. We're gonna actually start something from scratch. So I'm thinking, let's do a tabletop game, right? And I was like, because I have so many ideas. I have probably not thousands. I was gonna say thousands, but at least I have probably 20 ideas at least. It's like hanging out, and I'm like, okay, let's do a tabletop game. And as I make it, you guys could play test, you can print it and play stuff like that. It's all good. Jackson, I have a question. Of course, go for it. And Storm, honestly, I could see that being an issue. Sounds good for a mobile game, but those are conditions, and saying that makes me feel very slightly icky. No, that's what I'm saying. So I love Coin Clash, but I feel like it's gonna be better after I already have things going on. Because it's gonna be like a fun, extra thing, it's as its own thing. There's a huge barrier to entry. Just because you need the coins, and they feel really nice when they get people to hold them. They're like, oh, I love these feel so good. I love the sound that they make when you cling them together. But it's gonna be really difficult. Let's see, Mr. Ghost. Today I was supposed to send you something important about Oni Boi from my game, but since I didn't feel well, I only made one thing. Oh, no worries, Mr. Ghost. I'm glad you feel a little better. Let's see, Jackson, what is the best legendary trio in Pokemon? Legendary trio for me. That's tough. Whenever I think of a legendary trio, I automatically think of the birds, just because I'm a Gen 1er. That was the first experience I had with the legendaries, and they felt cool. They felt cool, like these three birds, majestic birds. But if I really went, who's the cooler legendary trio? Probably Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Those are probably the cooler ones. Stormy, does it even have to be a trio, or can it be a quartet? Right? Or a quintet. True. But I would probably say the birds, just because they feel more epic, just because they've had longer to go around. That's what I'm saying. I would say because I grew up with Gen 1, I feel like I've had a longer time with them, and also the Pokemon Company really likes them, and they've brought them back many times, even though they're not really legendaries. If I'm going really looking at them, they're not legendaries in the sense as other. I would say they're more very, very, very rare Pokemon that are strong, but I wouldn't call them legendary if I really want to be honest. Mr. Ghost, I can show you in Discord is how Oni Boi will look in my game. Ooh, yes, I would love to see that. And Stormy crying, if it doesn't matter, then the Reggies. I love the golems. Fair, true, and agree, Jackson, yeah. Not gonna lie, the birds feel underwhelming. That's what I'm saying. They feel more like really powerful, just regular rare Pokemon. They don't actually feel like legendaries, but I like how they are. Especially when Pokemon Go, they made them like a thing where it's they were like the different factions, the birds, the Galarian birds. I was like, okay, so they made them feel very very deep. You know what I'm talking about? But they felt more like just very strong Pokemon, not legendary Pokemon, in that sense. Anyway, so you guys might be wondering, so what are we doing today? So we're gonna actually start building a TCG from scratch, and I'm gonna reuse some art that I have. I'm gonna like mismatch it up, stuff like that. Jackson, mine are 100% the Hoenn Legends. Really? Really, the dogs or the beasts? You went with the beasts. That's your choice. See, I feel like they don't even feel legendary to me. They feel more like a mysterious. They don't give me like that legendary feeling, just because they're so mysterious. It's like, oh, what is it? It's almost like a folklore. I would almost put them in that category. It's like, you know what I'm talking about? Jackson, they feel almost like they're folklore, not so much legendary beasts. Where I feel like when legendary, it's like everyone knows the stories. It's like, oh yes, these legendary warriors and like they're epic. That's why I think it'll probably like Palkia, Giratina, and like that. Oh, you mean the trio? Oh no, okay, then yes, those are cool. Those are pretty cool. I do agree with that, Jackson. Those are probably one of the better ones. And Storm, but yes, Gen 1ers are basically Gen 1 elitists. Stubborn and only Gen 1 matters, and everything after is a disgrace. No, I don't. Don't call yourself what? Well, I'm gonna change that then. I'm gonna change what Gen 1 means, Stormy. Just because if people use it that way, I don't really care. I see it as more like Gen 1er is because that's my first introduction to the series. Gen 1 was my intro to the series. I grew up on it. I don't think it's the best series, but it is the one that took the first step. You know, and I do definitely give it props for that. But I would not call myself elitist. Definitely not. I think that's really corny when people want to be elitist. I've always seen it more of the idea of like, if you do know more something about, like you know more about a topic, then you should be a guide. You should guide people into this fandom, this experience. Like, I want to be part of it. I just realized something. While I'm chatting, let me fix something. I totally forgot to put my hands. You know, Ghost Head's hands. Hold up. I was like, wait, something looks up. I just looked over at Ghost Head, and I was like, something's missing. And I saw what it was. It was the hands. And Mr. Ghost, I made an update to the category for my game. Oh, okay. Let me check that out. So you sent me something in the Discord, which obviously since we do like more like these design, drawing, doodle kind of streams, I'm more open to you guys sending me stuff on Discord. Mr. Ghost, he belongs to the category Defender and Buff. Ooh, okay. Ah, he looks so cute. Thank you, I love it. It is actually really good. He looks super duper cute. Yeah, I like this. I like it. Thank you so much, Mr. Ghost. That's so kind of you. Okay, so I was gonna go in. So you're probably wondering, what is this new game that I'm making, right? This TCG. I'm gonna start working on a fun TCG that will not be like normal TCGs, where I know a lot of these TCGs will have like tons of cards. You have like, I don't know, like 50, 60 cards. Probably more like 60 is usually the norm. Probably 60, like 80 cards nowadays. This one's way less. You only need, how many, I have it in my notes. I wrote it down, but I'm trying to remember. You need, where is it? I know I wrote it down. I don't want to mess up on, because I messed around with the concept multiple times. Well, either way, you're gonna have, was it 2 heroes? Oh, here it is. Why am I was like looking, everyone is like literally right next to me. So you're gonna have 2 heroes, or they're gonna be called league members. So 2 heroes, 2 pieces of gear, 2 buffs, 1 for each league member. And then there's a shared deck. Well, I guess like you'll see. I'll show you right now. We'll do some doodles. Here, I'm gonna just use this as an example. This is not gonna be it though. Here, I'm gonna make a PNG version of this. That's actually, do you guys know with Clip Studio? I feel like there's no way of just like me just copying everything on my screen. And I would love if that was an option. Anyways, let's go into, I'm gonna make, I know, like you're probably not actually seeing what I'm doing. TCG Talk. And then let's just call it example card. I'm gonna call it example card, just so we lay down some cards, right? And actually, I guess it doesn't really need to be that big. Okay, and then let's go over to this blank. There's like a little thing in the corner, but I moved over to the blank section, and you'll see. I'll read you guys' chat in a moment. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. Copy that. Oh, that is like so tiny, but I don't mind. Oh no, let's I actually want to keep the size ratio. Okay, here we go. Right? Anyways, let's move this all the way up. Oh, let me read what Storm is. Speaking of Gen 1, I completely missed the point of Annihilate when trying to draw them in the style of Gen 1. They stripped the ghost type and claimed monotype Pokemon didn't exist back then. Wait, what? Wait, who did? I was completely completely missed the point of What do you mean, who did? Who drew this? Did you draw this? It was funny, it's not a bit just brother. You basically made the whole other Pokemon. Who did that? I'm curious. And then let's see. Mr. Ghost, I'm sorry, I must have missed it. I can tell you the new category. Debuff, buff, AoE, area effect, yeah. Damage over time, of course. Those are all basic. No, I saw someone else do it. Oh, okay, that's what I was like, wait, who did this, Stormy? I don't doubt it. I really don't doubt it. Okay, so I was saying, so in this, right, we got this, right? We got, when you play my game, you're going to have in the middle, there's going to be like a shared group. So there is going to be a boss, and then you're going to have two like minion characters off to the sides. Or actually, maybe we should probably put them a little closer in. So this is the game, how it's gonna work. And then, oops, I went too far. And then another one on this side. So this is like gonna be like a shared section in the game, okay? When you play this game. Right, I don't remember whose side. It's okay, it's okay. And let's see, Mr. Ghost, that's for the alpha. Ooh, okay. I'm curious. I am very curious, Mr. Ghost. I love that you guys are also making games too, and I want to see it. I want to see these games. Makes me so excited. Okay, anyway, so I was saying. So in the game, this one, I'm gonna just like write over this stuff. Just so you guys get like examples of this TCG that we're gonna be building. Like I'm gonna be making, you guys are gonna be hanging out with me, and then we can talk about game design. I'm gonna move it down. What is this? Oh, actually, we'll see. Probably around here. No. I'm like seeing like there's like these doodles I have. There we go. Around here. This is what we're gonna do. Let's see. Stormy making Annihilate, the Pokemon known for being so angry it died, not a ghost type, was just humorous. A little bit. I agree 100% actually. If you wanted to keep it monotype, then they should have switched from fighting to ghosts if they really wanted to to keep it monotype. But didn't make sense because they had dual types back then. You know, like that doesn't, it's not, like I get it, like people have their own headcanon or whatever. Okay, so this one in the middle is gonna be the boss. It's like so if you're wondering what the game's gonna be called, it's gonna be called Lucid League. It's all gonna be based on dreams. If you're like, I'm with yeah. So like I said, so the game is gonna be called Lucid League, and I was actually funny because I had thought about doing like a game because I one of my very first game I ever published was a little mobile game. It was terrible. It's called Dreamer, right? And I was like, okay, hold up. And I was like, I want to redo that series one day. And I was like, you know, actually maybe making it a TCG would be really cool. But I ended up combining it with another concept I had. Wait, let's see, Jackson. If you want, you could make a series of adding suggestions. What do you mean adding suggestions? So I'm like, this is kind of like I'm going to be making it and I might be getting suggestions, writing them down. And Mr. Ghost, if I ever play Pokemon, I will only have ghost types. That is a fun one. Monotype ghost is fun. Chicken guy, hello, I'm going to super chat. But you can't do that yet. Oh, I know. It's okay, chicken guy. Soon. Hopefully soon. Hey, please like, subscribe, do all that awesome stuff. If you guys like the video, YouTube will start sharing it. You know, it will actually start sharing it to other people. And we'll get more people in here and hanging out, subscribing, all that good stuff. Okay, so I was saying, so this is gonna be, it's based on like dreams. The TCG is gonna be based on dreams. So the one in the middle, this is like a shared deck, like a shared cards. You don't actually, these are not your cards. So this one is gonna be the night, is a nightmare. And then these ones, so that's that one. And these two, they are gonna be daydreams. So these are daydreams. These are like smaller. So this is like the main one. You want to, like in the game, the point of the game isn't actually to defeat your opponent. The point of the game is to defeat the nightmare. You're gonna be a league member. That's like the point of this TCG. So you have 2 league members, and you have to defeat the nightmare. And first one to defeat the nightmare wins. That's gonna be the point of this TCG. Mr. Ghost, Oni Boi, I have some bad news. I think I lost fans. It happens, Mr. Ghost. It happens. It happens. I wouldn't stress about it. Also, what I mentioned to you before, when you make like shorts and stuff like that, you want to make sure your other content works with it. You know, so like if you're doing different things that they realize, oh, this guy actually doesn't do this stuff all the time, maybe it's not gonna work. Let's see, nightmares could be distorted versions of other cards. 100%. I actually, not even joking, that was actually what I was gonna do, Jackson. I was gonna have, like, there was gonna be like some nightmares, but then there's gonna be nightmares of the actual cards, like the league members. Yeah. And then, so OG Mr. Ghost, I made a short with TF2 and only has 7 views and it's been posted for 6 days. I mean, this is kind of how it is. You gotta figure out what people like, Mr. Ghost. You know, most of mine get around like 1,000 about right now, but I'm gonna start changing stuff up. Mr. Ghost, I'll check it out. Yeah, you should. Jackson, Mr. Ghost makes some fun little clips, and he like edits like these fun TF2 jokes and like meme kind of stuff. I have my own channel or 2. It's got about 1,000. Yeah, you have about 1,000. Oh, nice, Jackson. I did not know that. Am I sub to you? I probably am if you're in here. Let me check. I mean, I'll take a picture and I'll make sure afterwards. Oh, you have 1,000 views. Ah, okay, that's fine. You get about 1,000. That's okay. 1,000 views is good too. Okay, so like in the game, like I said, you have the nightmare, the 2 daydreams, and then you have a location, and then over here an event. So these are gonna be like shared cards. Can you guys see that? Actually, yeah, you can. So these are gonna be like shared cards in the game, and then each person will have these other cards. Yeah, I'm gonna make these smaller. I'm gonna combine, let's actually combine these. I don't mind combining it. It's gonna be messy anyways. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this one though, this layer, and combine these 2. And then make this smaller. Like right now we're just like talking about design, you know? We'll keep this in the middle, kind of small. And then let's make these smaller too. There we go, okay. I'll be back, but I got to go. Yeah, have a wonderful day, Jackson. Hope to see you very soon. Okay, so like I said, these are the shared. These are gonna be like the shared ones. Here, I'm gonna mark it shared. So like in the game, these are shared, okay? These, you don't actually control these. These are just like on the table. And then this will be like yours, and then like I'll organize these a little bit better in a moment. Here, I'll actually we'll start messing with these a little bit. How these work. Let's do, actually we need one more. I'm looking at it, yes. Let's copy and paste. And let's do this one. Okay. Yeah, okay. Apply. It did not actually move it. Okay. There we go. So it's gonna be about like that. And then let's drop that down. And this will be an example of how it looks for each player. And then let's do this. So each player is gonna have 6 cards, right? And then let's mark them. So this will be the league members. I'll just put M. These are the 2 league members. You have 2 of them, right? And then this will be your gear card, and then this one be your buff, like a boost kind of thing. Now let's see, Mr. Ghost. Oh, so Oni Boi, I followed your advice, and I think I created a very cool gameplay mechanic. Oh yes, do tell, Mr. Ghost. I'm very curious about this. You know, I'd love to hear about it. So like I said, so in this game that I'm talking about, this TCG, when you open, like ideally the way, like there'll be like a few formats of playing it, but ideally the best way to play it would be opening a pack, and then with that pack you'll be able to, 2 people will be able to play automatically, because it would have 1 nightmare, 2 daydreams, 1 location, 1 event, and it would have 4 league members, 4 pieces of gear, and 4 buffs. And then you'll be able to play with that. You do like snake style, choosing like who goes first, etc. And then you're probably thinking, well, what about how you do actions and stuff like that? So the way in this game the actions are going to work, it's going to be a rotation system. So you're going to rotate the cards. You know, like when I guess I'll hide these for a moment. Here, I'm going to put all these into one layer. What is this? Hide these, and then let's make a new card. I'm just going to copy this card. Let's make it bigger again. So in the game, the way it's going to work, you are going to rotate the card to do actions. So I'm thinking you'll be like rotating the cards, right? And then down, like over here on the top left is where I'm thinking it would be. Let's just mark it here. So I'll do this. So like this, and then up here would be like whatever the action or whatever it is, depending on the thing. So let's say it'll be like 1 mana. This is like 1 mana, right? So it's like 1 mana on this one, and then you rotate it. You know, you rotate the card. I'll rotate it for you guys. Let's do right here. Rotate the card. So you rotate it, and then it would be go to black, the top corner. Just do this, and then it would be like 2, right? 2 mana, and then you rotate it again. Let's do back again to, where is it? I should probably make it a little bigger. There we go. So I'm thinking, or what I'm going to be doing for this game. So it's 3, and then you rotate again. Oh, let's see, Mr. Ghost. Oh, so, okay, you follow my advice. Yes, Mr. Ghost. In the game, there are hundreds of enemies, or mini bosses, or bosses that can corrupt members of your team. Okay. So, what goes on with this corruption? What is the concept behind this? You know, I am a little curious. Not a little, I'm a lot of curious, to be honest. So, like, pretty much in the way this game's gonna work, there's gonna be multiple. Obviously, this one have like 1, 2. I'll do it. Now let's do another one. Oh, not that one. Wrong card. There we go. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then let's do just because 4. Right? So in this game, the way it's gonna work, obviously I'm gonna like the cards are not gonna look like this. This is an example card I made a while ago, but it's gonna be a little different. I'll probably make it like maybe as this detailed if I really think about it. Maybe not 100% sure yet. We'll see. But I just want to explain kind of like the concept, how it's gonna work. I see Mr. Ghost. Character or characters for a few rounds or the whole match would join enemies. Okay, so is this gonna be like a reoccurring thing? Like this, like the... So in the game, you're saying that's gonna be like a normal thing that you're gonna have like a randomized, like they're gonna take control of one of your characters at random. So you fighting against this mind control is like the main villain in your game, or this, yeah, like the main like antagonist, this plot point that in your game, like there's these things, I don't know what it is. It's like a disease or it's like some kind of virus that's taking control of people, and you're always at risk, because that could be kind of cool. I like the concept. So you don't want to overbuild your guys. Why can you make Korra from the Legend of Korra? I mean, this is not a doodle stream today, but in a different day we could put on the list. This definitely could be on the list. I'm definitely open to it. We could do some I do like tomorrow we'll be doing a doodle stream, if you're wondering about that, why. But today we're just doing TCG. We're making a TCG. Now that'll be fun to do this with you guys on stream, and we like hang out, we chat, and do stuff like that. I'm just like going over how the game's gonna work. So in this game, instead of having mana and stuff like that, you're just gonna rotate it. You're gonna rotate it, and then that's how you're gonna use up your energy or whatnot. Mr. Ghost, there is a character whose goal is to corrupt all universes and people in them. Nice, that's gonna be cool. So it's like the main antagonist in your story. That's gonna be really fun. I like that's. It seems like a really solid, easy thing to go against. What's like the catalyst for the MC, for the main character? Mr. Ghost, I will do a version with Oni Boi to give you an idea. Yeah, no, but what's the catalyst though? Also, quick thing I recommend, Mr. Ghost, if you're gonna do it to everyone, then I recommend something easy, like a filter or something you go over, something like this, like maybe let's say like this, where you have like one of these. Where is it? Like an overlay, like one of these. You see what I mean? Where I just put a filter over and now it's purple. And welcome back, Jackson. I was just going over a little bit how the game's gonna work, how this TCG is gonna work. But yeah, no worries, Mr. Ghost. But like I was saying, how instead of in this game, instead of using mana and stuff like that, you're going to rotate it. It's gonna be a rotating system, and different characters will have different type of rotation. You know, there's gonna be where it's like you power up style. So like this one. So you start at, or I guess it wouldn't be at 1. It would be at 0. I don't know why I made it. I don't know why I did 1. Should have actually been 0. Let's do it at 0. There we go. There we go, 0. And then over here, this one should be 1. You know what I'm talking about? Like looking at it now, going back at it. This should be 1. And then this should be 2. Right? And then this should be 3. There we go. See, that would be more like it. You'd start at 0. Hello, Aaron. Welcome in. We're currently working on a TCG. Like we're talking the very beginning. This is like talking about TCG design. I'm gonna start working on a new TCG called Lucid League, which I think is gonna be fun. if you're curious. So I was going over, the point of the game isn't actually a one-on-one. You could actually play more people. It could even be, you know, a 4-player free-for-all or 2v2. It doesn't really matter because the objective of the game is gonna be a little different. The objective is to take out the nightmare because you're just like a dream world and you're a league member. And the idea is you have to take out the nightmare to save the dream world. And then there's daydreams that will help the nightmare. So you have to actually take out the daydreams before you get to the nightmare. And each player will have to take out their own daydream. So you'll have 2 league members per player. You'll have a gear card and a buff attached to each player, to each league member. And then the way you're probably thinking, well, how does a nightmare work? The nightmare is actually going to be rotating, was it clockwise throughout every match. Can you draw a chicken really quick? No, I'm not doing any doodle on demands today. Sorry, Aaron. That's tomorrow. Look at Discord. Sure, I'll check out Discord. But yeah, no doodle on demands today. That'll be tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be doing some doodle on demand stuff. Let's see. Would you wait on the? You DM me? Okay, let me check. Oh, very creepy. Oh, so you're gonna do like a tier, like some tiers? Is that what you're thinking, Mr. Ghost? That's kind of cool for like a nightmare version. I'm thinking for mine, they're gonna be very different. Like I said, like the nightmares, there will be some nightmares that are just like kind of normal, like not normal, but they're like a bit like unique nightmares. But a lot of the nightmares are actually gonna be league members. Yes, and black and with, yeah, okay. See, like stuff like that is like the best way to do it, especially if you want to do it with everybody. If you're gonna do it with every single character, you want something simple that you could just put like a layer over. Like I said, like, oh, make it purple, make it gray, monotone. Monotone's a good one. It's an easy one to do. But okay, so I was going back. So like I said, in the game, when you're playing the game, to do abilities, you would rotate it along. I'll show you. So you rotate it. Now you have 1 charge. You could use your ability. Obviously, ignore the abilities here. This is an example. It would have different abilities. Like maybe like, think more like Pokemon. Where like Pokemon has, like, you need 1 energy to form a move, or like 2 energy, but every time you use it, it would use up the energy instead of keeping it on you. So think about it, you go 1, you use it, and you go back. You save up, you have 2, it goes back. You get it? So that's how it's gonna work in this game. But you have two league members, so you could maybe, okay, 1 league member is like doing tagging every turn, like 1 hit, 1, 1, 1, and then my other league member, I'm swooping him up all the way until he gets 3, and then I do a heavy hit, which I think will be really interesting strategies. This is doubles, and you're probably thinking, well, what happens if you lose a league member? The league members don't actually, they don't get deleted or anything, because it's supposed to be like a dream world. So all that happens, they take a turn to come back. You know, so like you are able to attack your opponent, you know, to make it so they lose a turn. That's the idea. It's like they lose a turn instead of losing completely. And then Mr. Ghost, when you see the characters that control everything, you'll understand why it is like this. You will see a pic of him in demo 2.0. Ah, okay. Very cool. That's gonna be cool. I like the concept. I mean, it's solid. It's a really easy, solid concept to understand. Okay, so let's actually go into designing what a card would look like. Right, we got a little bit of this, right? We got a little bit like a taste of it. So I'm thinking what we should do. So I do like the idea of leaving the information in the middle. I like the middle area. Thank you so much, TCG Market Data. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. We're gonna do a lot more of this kind of like TCG talk, game design talk from now on, a little bit more. Especially I want to do some videos about it. Okay, so just ignore what we have here. This is an example art that I did a while ago. So don't like stress about it too much. probably by next week we'll have like something a little more finalized, I'm thinking. Okay, so let's go over this. Let's do something like this, right? I'm thinking that the characters will have something more like in this area, right? That's what I'm thinking we're gonna do for, actually no, hold up. No, I don't like that. No, let's do it more on the top. Let's see, Alan, you be 650 subs. Nice, that's awesome. That's fire. Like, thank you so much, Alan. Yeah, no worries, Jackson. Awesome to have you in, Alan, and that's cool. I didn't even know I got the 650. Cool. Hopefully we'll get more very soon. This is like an art I did a while ago. I'm just like thinking of like designs, how we're gonna do this, how we're gonna make the TCG. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like up here, right? And we're gonna have the name. I'll do the name. I'll just do like this, and then do an example. This is an example card. And then in the game, if you're wondering, is Jackson new? I believe I've seen Jackson before, but just like they're not like a regular. I've seen the name before. I'm pretty sure they are not new. So okay, so it's gonna be there, and then we're gonna do this one down here. Let's see, it's Jackson new. The Pokemon music in the background is cinema. It is like Pokemon like music. It's not actual official Pokemon music. It's someone made this. Someone did like Pokemon like music, and I'm using it. It's like a, what's it called? A copyright free mix that they did for like 5 hours, which someone was using in the background. Mr. Ghost, I don't want to give too much information about him, but you should know that the whole idea is that he feeds on other characters' life energy. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't here, Mr. Ghost. What does? What do you mean, what does? I'm a little lost with you, Alan. You talking to Ghost? That's okay. I'm good, I'm great. You know, my voice is still not at 100, but it's still all right. You know, it's still pretty good. You guys understand me. I'm not like stressing like I was before with my voice. Okay, so here's the other thing. I'm gonna do like another bar around here, right? This one would have other information. Let's do, I'm thinking like this. This side's gonna have like the health. This is gonna have like the character's health on this side. I'm very sick. I know, you're sick. Who eats characters? Oh, Alan, you're talking about Mr. Ghost. Mr. Ghost is talking about his game. And then I'm thinking for this, let's go with like a lightning bolt. Yeah, like a lightning bolt. This will be like the speed of how fast the character is. And then let's do, I don't know, like 15. Just an example. This is an example. And speed 1, very fast, right? I'm thinking something like this. And then the abilities would probably be down here. I'm like thinking like the ability to be written here, whatever the ability is. I'm thinking for this one, would probably do similar to the concept I had for the other one. So it's like when, well, I'll probably rewrite it later. Well, it's like half health, HP, plus 2 damage. You know, that's like the ability of the character. And then down here, I'm thinking we would have the abilities, the actual abilities. You know, I'm thinking the actual abilities would be down here. And let's just write, you know, be like maybe like 1 energy and then 3 energy for the abilities, and then like the ability, whatever it is. Let's see, Alan, people in my class are sick and they all cough on purpose because my teacher showed no Lysol and MG partner cough too. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Ghost, Oni Boi, you know that saying that eyes represent the heart. What do you mean eyes represent the heart? What eye? You lost me there. You lost me. What do you mean the eyes represent the heart? The soul. Oh, you mean eyes are window to the soul? That's what you're saying. Yes. So the thing is, usually I know what you're talking about. When you draw a character, you're supposed to save the eyes for last because you're giving them a soul when you add eyes. That's in art, in the world of art. Their eyes look like the souls. Yeah, I mean, like the eyes, it's the window to the soul. I know what you're talking about. And Alan, someone ran at me full force on accident and hit my head. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Under my very heart. Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. Hope you feel better now, right? Hopefully. That's rough though. I do. That's not cool. I'm sorry. But I'm thinking. I know. So to go back to this, I'm thinking something like this would be how it would look. Obviously, it would not be. You know, I'm just like, this would just not be that color, right? This would not be. Actually, no. I think it would be here, huh? We could leave that there. I think that would be okay. Yeah, I think something like this would be best, right? I'll go around erasing this. This is kind of how the card would look. So I'm thinking this is kind of what a card would look like. You know, this is like a very rough, very, very rough. Mr. Ghost, yes, I had a headache, but I'm better now. Oh, I know. I mean, that's good. And then yeah, that was Alan, sorry. Mr. Ghost, look at the picture I sent you and I'll tell you if I understand what it means. And at least it wasn't concussion. Yeah, I've never had one of those, but I have definitely hurt myself many, many times because I used to do martial arts. So I get hurt all the time. Like, not even joking, like all the time. And let's see, you said, what'd you send to me? I don't think I checked Discord on stream, Ghost. Look at the picture I sent you and tell you if you understand what I mean. Oh, that like you gave him no soul by blacking him out. I understand what you mean. Yes. So you blacked out the eyes to take away the soul. Yes, I mean, that is a cool way of making something evil looking, 100%. And other thing, the nightmares are gonna look kind of similar to these, but it won't be like, so the difference with yeah, it is very similar. I like that. So the hero cards, you know, the league members, they're gonna have the cards like this, this way. But the nightmares and the daydream are gonna have their cards this way, which I think is gonna be really easy to understand. You're like, oh, you see it. You're like, oh. You're like, okay, these are not my cards. So all the cards that are horizontal are gonna be cards that you put in the middle of the game board. But the cards that are portrait, those are ones that you keep, you know, on you.